Good evening. My name is Austin Reynolds, and I'm Ms. Brackel's class. This is my soapbox speech, and my topic of discussion is about how disability should not affect the way people look at people. While I'm no, while sorry. While I'm treated no different from my friends and family, I still would deal with the stigma every day of situations of others because of dwarfism and because I am in a wheelchair. Even though I'm in a wheelchair and was born with dwarfism, I deal with the stigma of being looked at every single day from different people, including my peers. People look at me and feel like, oh wow, they should feel sorry for me or like I have done something wrong. But little do people know that I'm the same exact human as I am, just like everyone else of my peers. Everyone should treat me the same, even with my dwarfism. Even though I am different than everyone else, I feel like people shouldn't feel sorry. I feel like I should be able to be treated just like the average John Doe and the average person at a normal place. Even though I'm in a wheelchair, people shouldn't feel like stigmatized that I am disabled and I can't be able to do things for myself. When it comes to disability, people should be treated equally and not differently. Even if I was born with dwarfism, I still don't deserve special treatment. People should be accommodating to me, but not over accommodating, and in the terms I like to use, babying. People shouldn't be coming up to me and be like, oh wow, do you need help with this because you are in a wheelchair? No, listen, if I needed help, I'm more than willing and able to ask for myself. People always seem that they need to go out of their way to help me and seem like I needed an advantage, but at the end of the day, I want to live life just like everybody else. One personal story that I can refer to is when I was in middle school and I played in the flag football middle school team. When I was playing, I remember once vividly that a referee come up to me and asking me, "Hey kid, do you want to run between my legs to make it quicker and not have to go around the whole line?" I remember looking at the guy and be like, "Would you ask this guy to do it, who was standing at 5'5" when I was only at a 4 foot stature?" He's like, "No, it's because you're short." I then told the coach what happened, and then shortly a few days later, the principal of my school came up to me and asked me if that actually really occurred. I restated my statement and stated that even though this event did occur, it did not have a detrimental impact on my everyday life. The principal did not like to hear that the referee went and told them that I have a disability and ended up resulting in the firing of the referee. Even though my circumstances may be viewed as negative, I always remain to view it as a positive. I see any obstacle or challenge as an opportunity for me in life. I don't think anyone should dwell on anything you can't control, including physical disabilities. Even though I was born with dwarfism and I was at a spinal cord issue at the age of 15, I look at life as optimistic and pessimistic as possible. I don't look at life as anything worse than I should be granted. I look at every day as a blessing, and every day I should inspire to be better than the day before. Even though I'm in a wheelchair and have a personal disability, people shouldn't look at me that I can't be able to do something. I'm a 24-year-old handicapped dwarfism that has gone to college and lived alone, lived by myself, and lived 700 miles away from my family. If you know me and my peers who understand what I've been through, they understand that I'm optimistic about life and I wake up grateful for every day. I feel bad for anyone who feels sorry for me because personally I feel like that person is dealing with something and they're taking out their pity through me. People who know me for years understand that I respect my outlook and don't look at things as a short way out. Even though I'm in a wheelchair and I've gone through a lot of overcoming struggles and a lot of unnecessary hardships, I never look for pity and I never look for people to understand that I'm disabled or understand that I can't accomplish anything that I set my mind to. While I have every right to be depressed, I realize that that wouldn't do any good. I recognize the positive effects of a positive outlook. If I lived every day of my life feeling pity and looking for sorrow, I would be miserable. Instead, I look with the outlook of being optimistic and understanding that life is a game and I'm just playing. Life is a game of chess and I'm just in the first round. Positive thinking can have a major benefit on both your mind and both your health. Imagine yourself doing the opposite. Think good, feel good is something I always tell myself. Everyone suffers and everyone endures hardships, But it's not how bad you get hit, but it's as well as you get hit and then you get back up. People shouldn't see any physical handicap as unlucky or tragic and allow those negative thoughts to alter the way that someone lives, but rather see the person for who they really are. If people looked at me, they would just see a 4'4" person who is in a wheelchair and has dwarfism. But how my friends see me, they view me as an optimistic, outgoing, and ever-enduring friend. Even though I'm in a wheelchair, the friend is most importantly that I still have that caliber of a human. What really makes us who we are is how we treat people. It is like physical abilities that we have, or the way we appear is the way we treat others. I think the power at the end of the day is in the mind. If people treat others in the way that others want to be treated, the world will be a better place. One thing that matters the most is treating others. And while if we don't treat others with respect, how can you look at yourself in the mirror and respect yourself?